What is up, ladder climbers? Antoine Witt here from Elevate to the Unknown and NextGenHeights.com. And it is Friday, October the 24th, 2025, 7 a.m. Central, week 3, day 5. And today is the worst Friday in modern American history for federal workers, but also the best Friday for people who understand what I am about to teach you. 1.8 million federal workers woke up this morning, check their bank accounts, $0, nada. You know how you wake up in the morning and sometimes on your payday, you go and check your account just to make sure everything is in there? $0. Paychecks are supposed to hit today, didn't come, nothing there. That's real people, real families, real pain happening right now. 1,800 Target workers got told Wednesday, your last day is on Tuesday, gone. 600 Rivian workers got cut Thursday. Electric car company just gone. Meta, they sent an internal memo, says technology can do your job now. You're done. Guys, if you are starting this show off with me today, and this is your Friday morning, type 1.8 million if almost 2 million people with no paychecks matter to you. Type 1,800 if Target families are getting cut, hits different. Type 600 if Rivian layoffs are real people with real bills. But here's the numbers that matters for your future. 7 days. That's how long till Oracle free certification ends. October the 31st, that's next Tuesday. 48 hours. That's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And I am about to give you the exact playbook, hour by hour, what winners are doing this weekend while others are panicking. Look, I could spend 52 minutes telling you guys how bad everything is. 1.8 million people hurting, families are struggling, companies are cutting, and we will cover that. But you need to see what's happening. But what do you really need is what to do about it. I mean, like, you got to think about it, right? What do you really need? Is what to do about it? I'm like, you got to think about it, because while 1.8 million got zeros today, while Target is cutting, while Rivian is laying people off, while Meta is replacing, good workers with AI, some people spent last weekend preparing, and they are winning this week. Marcus Thompson, he's 41 years old, from Charlotte, 3 months unemployed, spent last weekend on Oracle, writing practice answers, researching companies, got his round 2 interview call back on Tuesday. He advanced. Now he's in day 3 waiting, but he ain't just sitting there. He's preparing for when that call comes. He's preparing for when that call back arrives. That's what winners do. That's what winners do. This is the daily climb. Week 3, day 5. 1.8 million got zeros in their bank accounts today, but Oracle ends in 7 days, and you got this weekend coming up ahead of you. 48 hours. Your counterattack starts right now. Okay? Your counterattack starts right now. Let's see who was all in the house. We got Janky's in the house. I got your name, Janky. I love it. Madembe is in the house. NC Work is in the house. Sarita is in the house. First Row is in the house. Ahmed is in the house. Good to see you guys. It is a beautiful Friday morning. Let us go ahead and get to it, man. What a day. What a day. Some of the worst days for some of the federal workers who woke up this morning with empty paychecks. But all right, before I teach you the weekend playbook, you got to understand what's happening this morning. And this isn't predictions. This is real people, real bank accounts, real zeros. 8 minutes on this part right here. And then we are moving to what you can control. All right. Friday, October the 24th, which is today. 1.8 million federal workers. No paychecks today. No paychecks today. Let me break that down for you guys. Okay. 750,000 to 900,000 workers furloughed. That means sitting at home, can't work, no pay coming. 700,000 to 1.4 million workers working without pay. That's TSA at airports. That's air traffic controllers. That's border patrol. That is the Coast Guard. They are showing up every single day doing their jobs, $0. $0. Just imagine you doing all that work. You wake up this morning, you know it's supposed to be, your payday because it's a Friday, right? Go and check your bank account, 0. God dang, you go check your Chase, your Wells Fargo, your Bank of America, whatever bank that you bank with, absolutely nothing. And today is payday for them, October 24th, for most of them. NPR published this morning, 5:01 a.m. And this is what it said. It's supposed to be payday for many federal workers. Instead, they're getting nothing, 0, empty accounts. I got some videos that I want to share with you guys this morning about what's going on in the federal government. Check this out.
Well, now to the mounting tensions on Capitol Hill as the government shutdown drags into its 24th day. The Senate has once again failed to advance a bill that would pay federal workers and military members during this stalemate. 7 News reporter John Gonzalez is live outside the White House with the latest. John, good morning.
Adriana, good morning to you. And this political standoff appears to have no end in sight. This week, we know that Senate Democrats have now blocked a GOP-backed bill known as the Shutdown Fairness Act that would have paid federal employees and active duty military who right now are working without a paycheck. The bill fell short 54 to 45, with just a few Democrats crossing party lines. Meanwhile, a separate proposal, the Pay Our Troops Act, remains stalled in committee, and without it, service members' next paychecks are in jeopardy. Outside the politics, USAA says it's already distributed hundreds of millions of dollars in loans and relief to help affected military families and federal workers.
As we know that this is a time of uncertainty, a lot of people are wondering, okay, well, am I going to need some help in making my day-to-day financial needs, taking care of those? It's our job to take care of those that serve us. And so we're proud to do this. Since October 8th, we have provided over $300 million in shutdown relief.
That's
from zero interest loans to payment deferrals on banking and insurance products.
USAA says it has approved more than 82,000 emergency loans and extended over 11,000 payments, helping some of these members stay afloat during this ongoing shutdown. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
Well, because of high demand, the Capital Area Food Bank is expanding its food distribution today at 2 locations, the United Community in Alexandria and the Urban Outreach in D.C. Both locations open at 11 o'clock this morning. Distributions held earlier this week were forced to end early after hundreds of boxes of food were given out in just 45 minutes.
People, that's the latest news. 11 a.m. If you need to go to a food bank this morning, go and check out these locations. A lot of people aren't going to get the groceries that they need because it's Friday. Nothing showed up in their bank account. And people are living paycheck to paycheck. Nothing, 0, empty accounts. People having to go to food banks in order for them to get food. These are real people, real pain happening today. Type real if you guys feel this. I got another video that I want to share with you guys on the shutdown. Check this one out.
An ominous email hit the inboxes of workers at one of Minnesota's largest companies today. That email said,
"Shutdown without pay."
Wrong
the
one.
motion is not agreed to.
Democrats who rejected the proposal argued the bill would give the White House broad authority to determine which federal workers get paid and which do not.
You've read the remarks of Russ Vought, the head of OMB. He wants to visit, quote, trauma on federal employees, and he wants to fire a lot of them. He has said so.
That's, again,
but that's an important piece here.
The longer the shutdown drags on, the greater the impact on Americans nationwide. Dozens of states have issued warnings that the food assistance program known as SNAP could soon run out of funding.
We are absolutely on the precipice of a hunger emergency.
7 million depend on the WIC program, which provides aid to low-income mothers and young children, while an estimated 41 million Americans rely on SNAP.
But the benefits will not be coming if there's no end to the shutdown before November 1.
Now, more than 3 weeks since the shutdown began, there are still no official negotiations underway between Democrat and Republican leaders.
It's insane, right? No negotiation going on at this point in time. And Guys, this is basically the second longest shutdown in history. And the prediction markets, which are typically accurate, are saying that this is going to go and become the longest. And here's the thing. If nobody's talking, you know that nobody cares about you. They already know that there's going to be a whole bunch of pain. And they are willing to allow for you to suffer through this pain. And they're not doing the jobs on behalf of you. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats, none of them. None of them. Because they aren't having a conversation. These people right now in America who are working for the U.S. government, federal government, whatever it is, that especially the ones that are still having to work. The furlough one's a little bit different, right? You can go out there and drive an Uber or whatever it is. But here's the thing. The people who are working should be getting paid, and they are not getting paid, but they are still working, meaning that they have to put in their 8 to 9 to 10 hours a day and then go home and then have to do more work in order for them to get more money. Because they're working but not getting paid. That's the one that really bothers me. That's the one that should really bother you as well, too, because if you work and you don't get paid, that sucks. You know, the back pay is all good, right? And that's where the USAA, gave loans and so forth to individuals who needed it because they're going to get back pay and they can pay those loans back and they're interest free. Great thing by USAA Bank. Love it, right? But it just sucks that you even have to be put in a situation like that.
Or signs that the deadlock could end anytime soon. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Sharita says she's one of the ones that still has to work. She still has to go to the office every single day, put in her hours, and still has to work. Boy, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Absolutely insane. $243 million. That's what USAA Bank had to lend people. They had to approve that much emergency loans just for the first few weeks. Just imagine this goes on past the 35 days, past the 60 days. People borrowing money just to buy food, pay rent, keep lights on. Rent is due November the 1st. At least I'm a landlord, so I know exactly when the rent's due. Now, my property manager doesn't do a good job at giving me my money a lot of the times, but the rent is due on the 1st of the month. And then you start getting late fees after the 5th, depending on your, property manager or whatever it is, right? Or depending on who your landlord is. But that's 8 days from today. One worker told reporters, 21 years in the military, federal employee for past 2 years. I chose this career for stability, but that stability has been taken from us. Insane. Day 24 of the shutdown, second longest in U.S. history, and nobody in Washington is doing nothing to fix it at this point in time. Absolutely nothing. Now, same week, companies are cutting too. We talked to you guys about Rivian. Many of you guys don't know who Rivian is, but they are an electric car company. And on Thursday, which was yesterday, they cut 600 workers, 4.5% of their whole company. CEO named RJ Scronage, he sent a memo to everybody. Business Insider got a copy of it. This is what he said. He said, with the changing operating backdrop that we had to rethink how we are scaling. Basically a whole bunch of corporate words, a whole bunch of gibberish. And it's corporate talk. And let me translate it for you. Trump got rid of the $7,500 tax credit for electric cars in September the 13th, 3 weeks ago. Less people buying electric cars now. So Rivian is cutting workers. That's basically what it means. 3 weeks from policy change to layoffs. That's how fast it happens. A policy change of what Trump just did caused layoffs in 3 weeks. Company lost $1.1 billion in 3 months. But they ain't cutting executives. They're cutting regular workers, marketing people, sales people, delivery people. Stock went up after they announced the cuts too. You know the game. 1309. up 1.3% when they announced it. Markets doesn't care about 600 families. Markets only care about profits. Type Rivian if you see the pattern here. Now let's talk about Target, some of your favorite stores. One of your favorite stores, a lot of you guys go to Target and you like to shop at Target. On Wednesday, October the 23rd. Actually, that was Thursday. Let me get my dates right. 1,800 corporate jobs gone. First major layoffs at Target in 10 years. But let me tell you what Business Insider found out that nobody else reported. Before I even get there, let me take you guys to the news segment on this one. Check this one out.
An ominous email hit the inboxes of workers at one of Minnesota's largest companies today. That email said cuts are coming to Target. Now employees will have to wait through the weekend to find out if they still have a job.
Getting us back to growth is my #1 priority.
To get to that growth, Target will have to move faster and simplify, according to a company-wide email from the CEO. A spokesperson said that means 1,000 people will get laid off and 800 open jobs will not be filled. Despite getting the email Thursday, the layoffs won't happen until Tuesday.
I know you're not satisfied with where Target is today. Neither am I.
It adds to a tough stretch for the global retail chain that's dealt with boycotts.
Black people in particular have been very upset.
And slumping sales.
My own sense is that they've lost that mojo that they had over the last 15 years.
With a mission to get that mojo back, CEO Michael Fidelki took over Minnesota's second biggest company in August.
And I'm eager to get to work.
And last month, he ordered his team back to work in person at the downtown Minneapolis headquarters. Now, Fidelki says the cuts coming next week are a necessary step to see progress and growth.
My belief that our best days are ahead of us could not be higher.
Target says the layoffs are mainly managers at company headquarters. Target will pay laid off workers through the end of the year and offer them severance packages.
First big layoff announcements for Target since 2015. Let me tell you something. Business Insider found out that nobody else reported on. They talked to an employee at the Target headquarters. Employee can't use their name because they ain't supposed to talk. But they told Business Insider what it was really like inside. The employee said this: we first got wind of cuts early Thursday, so that was yesterday. The owner of a car service in Minneapolis posted a TikTok about rumored layoffs. It went viral. A car service driver who drives Target employees around posted on TikTok about layoffs before Target even announced it. So you know some executives were out there talking about this layoffs that was going to be happening and going to be impacting people, probably sharing a whole bunch of information for you to go out there and buy their stock. But that's how information moves now. TikTok before official announcements. If you guys are seeing this in the real world, type TikTok in the chats because I see it as well. But the employee kept talking, and this is what he said. Things got eerily quiet after that. Everybody at headquarters knew something was coming, but nobody knew who was safe. Then at 2:55 p.m., memo drops from the incoming CEO, guy named Michael Fidelki. His explanation, what you guys just saw in the news segment, the complexity we've created over time has been holding us back. Too many layers and overlapping work have slowed decisions. Translation, we got too many people. We are cutting. Now, here's the part that got me. Employee told Business Insider what happened next. This is what it says. It's total panic right now. Nobody knows. We are all trying to figure out if we are essential team members that's going to be kept. Total panic. 1,800 people. But thousands were wondering if they are safe. You guys know the layoff's going to be coming, right? You may be watching this show this morning. You don't know who is going to impact because you're not going to find out until Tuesday. So people are going about their weekend and a whole bunch of anxiety, a whole bunch of stress. So if somebody yells at you this weekend, they may be working from Target. They may be working for a Target. They may be on the fringe of getting ready to do something to you. So you be quiet this weekend, guys, especially if you are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But type panic in the chat if you feel that anxiety just hearing it. It's a lot of anxiety that people are going through right now. Then Target announced everybody at headquarters work from home next week. So they're not even bringing people to the office. Everybody has to work from home next week. All of them, even the people keeping their jobs. Why? The employee explained it perfectly. When Target had mass corporate layoffs in 2015, there were lines of people leaving headquarters with boxes of their belongings. They don't want that optic outside, so it's easier for us to just stay home. When they did the mass layoffs in 2015, you literally had people with boxes walking out. You know how you see in some of these old videos where somebody gets fired, they have to walk out with boxes and security X them out? Same thing happened in 2015. They are trying to eliminate that. They don't want the optics on it because you know what? People are going to go to TikTok today. 2015, TikTok wasn't booming like that. 2025, TikTok will be booming. And believe me, if there's a whole bunch of people walking out with boxes, it's going to be all over TikTok. It's going to be all over Twitter. And the optics are going to look bad. They are already in a crisis situation right now with all the boycotts that's been going on. So they don't want anymore. So they're telling everybody to work from home. So what you're going to do is you're going to wake up on Tuesday morning. And if you are an essential employee, you're going to be continue to do your work. If you are somebody who's part of this risk, you're going to be locked out. Teams not going to work anymore. Email's not going to work anymore. It's going to go to automatically updating. Next thing you know, you may not have access to anybody. Going to call your friends. Did it happen to you? Did it happen to you? Yeah, I'm locked out. Sorry. That's what's going to happen. But let me make sure you heard that. Target is so ashamed of cutting 1,800 people. They are making everybody work from home. So nobody sees the people leaving with boxes. So nobody takes photos. So nobody posts videos. So the news don't show lines of crying people in the parking lots carrying their stuff. Not because it's wrong to cut people. They are doing it anyway. They just don't want people to see it happening. Pretty disgraceful to me. Retail analyst named Neil Saunders works for Global Data. He told Business Insider the truth. Target has been underperforming for a long time and has been operationally weak. Target stock down 65% since 2021, 4 years of basically flat sales. This isn't about the economy being bad. This is about Target making bad decisions for years. Now they are cutting people instead of fixing the real problems. Notifications go out on Tuesday, October the 28th. That's my birthday, guys. 4 days from now, 1,800 families are out. And they're cutting more managers than regular workers. 3 times as many leaders getting out. These are the people who make the majority of the money, higher salaries and so forth. Usually, companies protect the management. Not this time. Even they are admitting they got too many bosses. Ain't that something, guys? God dang. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Ashton. In Meta, yesterday, we talked about the 600 people that they laid off from the AI team. Well, they made other layoffs as well, too, on yesterday that nobody talked about. We're going to talk about them this morning. Business Insider got an internal memo. Different cuts from the 600 AI workers that we talked about on yesterday. This time, the risk division, security teams, compliance people, chief officer named Micro Prodi sent a message to employees getting cut. This is what he said. We have moved from the bespoke manual reviews to a more consistent and automated process. This means many routine decisions can now be handled efficiently by technology. Let me translate that for you all. We built AI. It does your job now. Now you're fired. Same company offering hundreds of $1 million bonuses, signing bonuses to AI researchers. Same company posting entry-level jobs at $290,000. But your job, technology handles it. You're gone. You already know what side you're on. Are you on the cost center side or are you on the revenue generator side? Cost center sides getting eliminated. Type tech in the chat if you guys are seeing this. And if you're seeing this everywhere. All right, guys, that's what happened. 1.8 million zeros. Zero in the bank account. Rivian, 600 people gone. Target, 1,800 people gone on Tuesday. Meta replacing humans with AI and technology and automation. I mean, I could spend 40 more minutes on this whole doom, but you already know how bad it is because you are living in it. You're already seeing it. Sarita already says she's one of the workers who's in the chat right now that has to continue to work, and she works for the federal government, but she isn't getting paid. She didn't get paid today. And that sucks. But what you don't know yet is what to do about it. And that's the next 42 minutes. Because while all this is happening, some people spent last weekend preparing. Joseph Lehman, 44, Michigan, Business Insider wrote about him this week. 2 years job searching, 2,000 applications, got an offer in September. Know what changed? He spent weekends applying strategically, researching, following up. 2 years of weekends, working while others watching Netflix and watching NCAA and watching Madden, playing Madden. But that's why he finally got an offer, because he spent his weekend doing productive work, getting ahead. Marcus Thompson, our guy, 41, Charlotte, advanced to round 2 on Tuesday of this week. Spent last weekend writing practice answers, doing Oracle modules, researching Bank of America. That weekend worked for him, got him to round 2. And you, if you're impacted by this, you got this weekend, 48 hours. Oracle ends 7 days, next Thursday. You either using this weekend to prepare or you're wasting time. Type prepare if you're choosing action. Type wasting if you're done sitting around doing nothing. That's just the reality of it, guys. That's the bad news. 8 minutes. Now let's get to your action. I'm about to give you the exact 48-hour playbook, hour by hour, what to do on Saturday, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Marcus used this last weekend, got to round 2 on Tuesday. He's still waiting on this phone call because he didn't get it yet. They said they were going to contact him this week. So he's hoping that the day is the day. But it's your turn. If you're new here, grab something to write with, because I'm about to give you the step by step. Let's build your weekend right now, okay? Let's build it right now. And if you have heard this before, maybe you just need a boost. Like I talked to a good brother of mine yesterday, and he's doing fantastic. And he wants to do more. And he's sitting on a gold mine right now. My brother Jabron, he's in the chats. He's an AI trainer. It's like, Antoine, man, how can I continue to get to this money? I said, Jabron, you are an AI trainer. You're helping people learn about AI. You're doing it for one of the largest companies that exist out there. You just got to do it for yourself. He was like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh. Let's get to this money, Jabron. But all right, 48 hours, Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Most people are going to sleep in. Most people are going to watch football. Most people are going to scroll TikTok. Most people are absolutely going to do nothing. Winners using this 2 days to get ahead. Let me show you exactly how, hour by hour. Okay. Oracle. Guys, I heard me talk about Oracle many times already. Race to certification. It's free training, 2 free exam attempts. Ends October the 31st, 7 days from today. If you don't start this weekend, you probably won't finish before it ends. Type Oracle if you are starting this Saturday. Marcus started Oracle AI Foundations 2 weeks ago. First module, knocked it out in one night, about an hour. Why AI Foundations? Because every job posting right now is mentioning AI. Even jobs that aren't tech related, they are mentioning AI. When his Bank of America recruiter asked him about it, she engaged. Okay. That Oracle cert, part of why he got to round 2. Here's your Saturday morning plan, step by step, 7 a.m. Wake up. If you're a part of my Patreon at 7 a.m. Central, you already know that we always have a 7 a.m. call. I'm an early riser on the weekends as well, too. I don't get up at 3:30, but I get up at 4:30. I get an extra hour of sleep. And what do we do on Saturdays? If you're part of the Patreon, we have a Saturday morning call. And it's typically a topic that Either it's generated by myself or generated by people who are part of the Patreon, and we go through it. Last weekend, what did we talk about? We talked about branding so that we can create personal brands and we can make some additional money on the weekends. But on Saturday, 7 a.m., wake up, get some coffee, sit down somewhere quiet, no TV, no distractions. 7:15 a.m., go to education.oracle.com/race to certifications 2025. And if you ain't got an account, make one. Takes 5 minutes, totally free. 7:20 a.m., pick your track. I'm telling you, pick AI Foundations. It's the most useful, easiest to finish in 7 days. 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Module 1, Introduction to AI. About 45 to 60 minutes of videos. Watch them. You can speed up at 1.5 if you talk fast and catch everything. Take notes. Don't write on paper. Open a Google Doc. Title it Oracle AI Foundations Notes. Why? Because you are going to review these notes before you test. And you need them to be digital so that you can search them. 8:30 to 8:45 a.m. Do the module. 1 practice quiz. You got to get 70% or higher. If you don't, go back and rewatch the parts that you miss. 8:45 to 10 a.m. Module 2, Machine Learning Basics. Same thing. Watch videos, take notes, do practice quizzes, get 70% or higher. Guess what? You can use AI to pass the quiz. By 7 or by 10 a.m., you are done with 2 out of the 5 modules. That's 40% of the whole certification done in 3 hours. Type done if you are doing this Saturday morning. Onaka says she's testing out this weekend. Antdog says I'm 75% through mine. Says Cyrita says completed my 2nd Oracle cert today. Noah says Oracle. Matembe says Oracle. Big Sug says Oracle. People are actually getting it done. Then do this Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. or Sunday morning instead of Saturday morning. The point ain't about the exact time. The point is dedicating 3 focused hours this weekend. No phone, no TV, no distractions. Just you in a training. Marcus did exactly this. That's why he is in round 2 now. Somebody else saying, I ain't good at tech stuff. Listen, this is entry level. This is the intro level. They are explaining everything like you are 5 years old in these certifications. That's the whole point. You don't need to be a programmer. You just need to understand the basics. What is AI? How does machine learning work? What's the difference between narrow AI and general AI? Basic stuff. You can do this. Type basics if you got this. That's all it is. It's not anything that's over your head. After Oracle, take a break, eat lunch, walk outside, clear your head. 1 p.m., sit back down. Now you're writing 3 practice stories for your interviews. This is called the STAR format. I'm about to teach you exactly what that means. We talked about it on yesterday, but I want to remind you all. STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result. And it's how you answer questions like, tell me about a time that you solved a problem or describe when you worked with a difficult person. Most people answer those questions wrong. They say stuff like, oh yeah, I solve problems all the time. I'm good at that. But that tells the interviewer, the person who's you're talking to, absolutely nothing. The STAR format makes you tell a real story with details. Many of you guys already know this. If you know this already, type STAR in the chat. Okay? But I want to hit it anyway. S is situation. Where were you? What was happening? Set the scene. T is a task. What did you need to do? What was your responsibility? A is for action. What did you do? Not we, but you. Step by step. That is the most important part. What did you do? Not what did Johnny do? Not what did Ant Dog do? Not what did Jabron do? Not what did Dewan did? It's what did you do? Kind of like you're in a football team. If you contributed to a touchdown, then you say, I ran right I went up the middle, I broke 2 tackles, and I scored. And I contributed to 7 of the 21 points that we scored. What did you do? R is for result. What happened? Did it work? What changed? Numbers, if you got them. The result was I scored 7 points. I had 5 blocks. I didn't miss a block. I didn't jump off sides. That's the result. The whole story should be 60 to 90 seconds when you say it out loud. You guys want an example? I can give you an example. A bad answer to tell me about a time that you solved a problem is yeah. I solve problems at work all the time. Like whenever something goes wrong, I just figure it out. I'm really good at problem solving. That is garbage. And it tells the interviewer nothing. And I've had people come to me and say that all the time. And I've had people come to me and say something like that. It wasn't as garbage as that, but it was very similar. No details and no proof. A good answer using star format is sure. In my last job, our team was missing deadlines. We were supposed to finish projects in 2 weeks, but it was taking us 4 weeks. My manager asked me to figure out why. That's the situation and the task. I talked to everyone on the team one by one, found out we were all waiting on approvals from the same 2 people who were too busy. So I built a simple shared calendar where we could see who needed what and when. Then I trained everyone on it. That's action. That's a specific step that you took. Within 1 month, our average project time dropped from 4 weeks to 2.5 weeks. We hit our deadlines, and my manager gave me employee of the month. That's results. That's what changed with numbers. You guys see the difference. The first answer was complete garbage and was wrong. It was absolutely nothing. The second answer was a real story with proof. If you guys saw the difference between that, and if you heard the difference between that, type difference in the chat. But Saturday afternoon, you're writing 3 of these stories. Story 1 of a problem that you've actually solved. Story 2, talk about your teamwork. Story 3, failure in learning. That one is very important because they're going to ask you about a time that you actually failed. And don't say I never failed. That's a red flag. Everybody fails at something unless you don't try anything, unless you are boring, unless you don't do anything at all, unless you're a loser. But if you failed, talk about a time that you failed, because we've all failed. We continue to fail. I continue to fail every single day. Pick a real failure. Don't pick something huge where you got fired. Pick something where you've actually learned from it. And that's the whole point. They want to see what you have learned, how you can bounce back. What happened? What did you learn? How did you use that for later lessons? Write it in a star format. After you write all 3, say them out loud. Talk to yourself. Say them to your wife. Say them to your kids. Say them to your dog. I don't care who it is, but record yourself on the phone, video yourself, watch it back. You're going to hate how you sound. Everybody does. I don't like how I sound on this chat. A lot of the times I like how I sound on YouTube. That's why that's why I don't watch a lot of the videos, but it is what it is. That's with everybody. Nobody likes how they sound when they hear themselves. Eventually you'll get used to it, but try to cut out the ums, try to cut out the likes, try to cut out the whatever it is that you use on a normal basis, the so's. Practice until it sounds smooth. 60 to 90 seconds. By 3 p.m. on Saturday, you got 3 solid stories ready for any interview. You got somebody in the chats that potentially is thinking this: what if I can't think of any good examples? You have examples. You are just not thinking about them right. I hear that all the time. What if I don't have any experience to talk about this? Well, did you ever have a project at work that went wrong and you fixed it? That's a problem. Did you ever work on a project at school where somebody wasn't pulling their weight? I'm sure you have. That's teamwork. Did you ever try something new and then it didn't work out, but you learned from it? That's failure and that's learning. You have stories. You just have to write them down in the format and spend 2 hours and you'll come up with them. Marcus did that exact same thing. He wrote his stories about his old job, working with difficult clients, missing a deadline once, and learning to communicate better. Regular work stuff, but he wrote them down and he wrote them in the star format. That's why they worked. That's why they worked. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. LinkedIn. This is how recruiters find you. Marcus got his Bank of America recruiter call because she found his profile on LinkedIn. She searched for somebody with the skills. His profile showed up. She reached out. But here's the thing. He did the work ahead of time. He sent a whole bunch of messages to people in Bank of America just like we told him to do it. But either way, a recruiter found him because of the messages that he sent out. And then she went to go look him up. Who is this Marcus guy? That's what you want. You want people to find you on LinkedIn. That's your job application working 24/7. And even when you're sleeping, LinkedIn is where it's at. Sunday morning checklist. You got 5 actions. Action 1, fix your headline. 10 minutes. Right now, your headline probably says something boring. Looking for opportunities or experienced professionals. Or open to work. That tells recruiters nothing. Change it to this format. Helping whatever kind of companies achieve X results through the skills that you have. So example, Marcus changed his to helping financial services companies improve customer experience through data analytics and AI. Something as simple as that. It's one sentence. That specific, shows what he does, who he helps, how he helps him. You do the same, 15 words or less, make it clear. What value do you bring? Type headline if you are rewriting yours on this Sunday. Type it in the chats. I want to know. I'm going to be watching this. Jason says, by the way, Toastmasters is a great resource for speechcraft skills. Absolutely. A lot of times, we just have to get better at communicating. Soft skills, it's the number one skill, especially in the AI world. And communication is going to be fantastic. It already is and always has been. But in the AI world, where everybody just thinking everything is fake these days, and you're going to want more people just to have the human connection, communication skills are going to be that much more important. So consider what Jason just said. Toastmasters. Action 2, write an about section in 30 minutes. Most people, that section is blank or 2 sentences. Rewrite it. Make it 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, your mission. Why you do what you do. What gets you excited about your work. Paragraph number 2, your key skills. 3 to 5 things that you're good at with real examples of what you've done. Paragraph 3, what you are looking for. What kind of job, what kind of company, where you want to work. Write it in first person. Say I, not he, not she. Make it personal, like you are talking to someone, like you are selling someone. Spend 30 minutes and make it good. Use AI to help you craft it. You can write it your own way and then have AI to polish it up for you. But make sure you remove all the M dashes and stuff like that. I mean, like, is that to the point right now? Everybody knows who's using AI. Everybody's using AI. So M dashes, it's okay. Action 3, add 50 skills, 10 minutes. LinkedIn lets you add up to 50 skills. Most people got like 10. Add everything relevant to your field, even stuff you only did a little bit. If you use Excel once at work, that's a skill added. If you know basic Photoshop, add it. If you ever manage a project, add project management. Add all 50, then reorder your top 3. But the skills that you want to be known for at the top. Okay? That only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do. Action 4, turn on your open to work in 5 minutes. Little green banner on your photo shows recruiters that you are available, but be specific. If you are somebody who's working for an employer right now and you don't want anybody to notice, there's a way that you can turn that on only for recruiters to see it, and so that everybody else does not. You can Google how to do that. But if you are someone who doesn't mind sharing that you're open to work, say what kind of jobs that you're looking for. What locations, what type of companies. When recruiters filter for these exact things, your profile will show up. And it takes only 5 minutes, so do it. Action 5, custom URL. Right now, your LinkedIn URL probably looks like the LinkedIn.com / some whole bunch of random numbers and letters. Change it to LinkedIn.com / your name. Makes it easier to find. Looks more professional on your resume. Take 2 minutes. Google how to change LinkedIn URL. If you know how, take 2 minutes. ChatGPT, how to change your LinkedIn URL. By 10 a.m. on Sunday, your profile is recruiter ready. They search for someone like you, you show up. That's literally how most people get called on LinkedIn. That's how most people get recruited now. Recruiters search LinkedIn all day. If your profile is good and you got the right keywords, you show up in their searches. That's the whole point. Make yourself findable. Don't be that house on the corner that's for sale and you don't have a for sale sign up. 2 hours Sunday morning. That's all it takes. Okay? Now, Sunday afternoon. You guys been working hard all weekend. Rest. Do nothing, especially job search related. I'm serious. You have to detach yourself. Do absolutely nothing Sunday afternoon. Chill out, relax, eat some food, listen to some gospel music, talk to your homeboys, but don't do anything related to the job. Don't check every email. Don't look at LinkedIn. It will wear you down. It will make you anxious. It will make you desperate. Don't do anything on Sunday afternoon. Take a break. Do it on purpose. Rest on Sunday afternoons because it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you guys are picking up what I'm putting down on this part of it, type rest if you needed to hear that. I know many people are stressed. I know the rent's due. I know you need a job on yesterday. I know you were laying in bed at night worried about money. But checking your email 20 times on a Sunday afternoon is not going to do anything. It's not going to make the recruiter call faster. It's not going to change your bank account or anything like that. Applying to 15 more jobs in panic is not going to make anything better. You know what will help? Showing up on Monday morning fresh, clear head after listening to the Daily Climb, being ready and pumped to get going. Good energy and ready to work. So Sunday afternoon, do nothing that's related to a job search. Go outside, see a friend, work out, watch a movie, cook something, play with your kids. Do whatever makes you feel like a human being on Sunday afternoon. Recharge, because Monday you are back at it and you need the energy. Same exact thing that I do. Mondays are typically the best shows of the week for me because I'm recharged. Joseph Lehman, the guy who did 2 years and 2,000 applications that Business Insider talked about, they asked him how he kept going. He said he took strategic breaks during the search to recharge. That's part of the strategy, not a weakness. It is a strength. Professional athletes, they take rest days. Your brain needs rest days. Jessica hears it. Onaka hears it. NC Worker hears it. Matembe hears it. Crimson Square, Resty. That's my man. Rest on a Sunday afternoon. Take the afternoon off, rest your mind, come back Monday, be ready to go. All right, that's your 48 hours. Saturday morning, Oracle, 3 hours. Saturday afternoon, Star Stories, 2 hours. Sunday morning, LinkedIn, 2 hours. Sunday afternoon, rest. Total job search time, 7 hours all weekend, less than 1 work day. But those 7 hours position you for the next week, next month, and next year. Marcus did that last weekend. He got to round 2 of his interviews, and he's waiting on his call. Let me show you evidence that this actually works, because Business Insider, they posted 10 career stories this week. Real people, real names, real results. Some of them used their weekends exactly like I just taught you. That's why they are winning. Weekends are the best way to get ahead. And I'll tell you like this, right? I remember going to being in grad school, and that we had classes on weekends. And just by putting in work over the weekends, it allowed for me to get ahead. Just from putting on work on the weekends, now it allows for me to get ahead and stay ahead. But these are real stories with real results. Business Insider, October the 23rd through today, this week, published 10 career stories, real names, real ages, real cities, real tactics. I'm showing you these because they are proof that the methodology works even when everything else is breaking down. Raymond Zhao, 23, from San Francisco, had a Goldman Sachs internship last summer, London offers, work until midnight, weekends too. Realized this ain't for me. Financial markets don't excite me. Left, started a company called Structured AI, got into Y Incubator. That's the startup program in the world, the best startup program in the world. Only 2% of applicants get in. Raised $1 million, 500,000 from a YC, 500,000 from investors his last week at Oxford University. Raymond spent weekends prepping his application, perfecting his pitch, recording his demo video. The YC deadline fell on a Sunday night. He probably spent that whole weekend finishing it. Okay. Joseph Landis, 53, from Orlando, worked at Microsoft for 23 years. He had a very solid career, made a whole bunch of money. At 45 years old, he quit. He started his own company called Nerdio, cloud computing stuff. Business Insider asked him what he learned. 3 lessons. Keep relationships strong. Know your budget. Take the risk if it's worth it. But here's what the article didn't emphasize. Before Joseph left Microsoft, he spent months preparing, probably on the weekends, building a spreadsheet called Can I Afford It? 10-year projection. Every expense that he could think of, kids' college, weddings, everything. Made sure that he had 18 months of savings before he left. He didn't just wake up one day and quit. He prepared weekends, nights, planning. That weekend work made the leap possible. Bill Miller, 82, from North Carolina, real estate broker, also drives a forklift and a backhoe 15 to 20 hours a week. Wife is 77, still working at his company. They could retire and live on Social Security and savings. They chose not to. Neither one of us, they say, is ready to sit on the couch and become a vegetable, having too much fun. I bet Bill works weekends, probably Saturday mornings on a forklift, probably Sunday afternoon showing a house. When you are 82 and still going, you don't take days off. You manage your time smart. Use weekends to get ahead. That's why he's winning at 82 years old. That's how it works, guys. Get ahead on the weekends. Joseph Lehman, 42, Rochester Hills, Michigan. This guy's story is crazy. 2 years job searching, 2,000 applications. Think about that. If you apply to 5 jobs a day, that's 400 days of applying over a year straight. Finally got an offer in September this year. Started October the 27th, or he starts October the 27th. What changed? He shifted his strategy, started applying to hybrid roles instead of remote roles, applied to 30 hybrid jobs mid-September and got callbacks. But here's what I bet happened. Those 2,000 applications didn't all happen Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Joseph probably spent hundreds of Saturday mornings applying, Sunday afternoons researching companies, weekends following up. 2 years of weekends, that's over 100 weekends working on his search. That's the level of commitment that it took. Most people quit after 50 applications, after 3 months, after 6 months. Joseph kept going. 2 years, got his offer. Daniel Cadet, former Netflix employee, landed a Netflix job with 7 months, while 7 months pregnant. And I said Daniel, I meant Danielle. She found it hard to balance work and family, took a career break to raise her kids. She says she's proud of that choice. But real talk, she could afford that choice because she had Netflix money saved up. Most people can take years off, or they can't take years off. They need the income now, especially if you're working for the federal government. A lot of those people are living paycheck to paycheck. The lesson is, if you can't afford to pause for years, use weekends now to build your skills so that you can increase your income. Get certifications, learn new stuff, build options, start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram, start a TikTok. So that when life happens, because life will happen, you got choices, not just panic. I told my brother Jabron, Crimson Square here, he's sitting on a gold mine and it's in his head. AI trainer. You guys need AI trainer, check out Crimson Square. He'll get you up to speed. Aria Kim, 26, Washington, D.C. We talked about her on yesterday as well. She has a biology degree, no computer science background, no tech degree. Worked at Meta, worked at Google, now security program at Sony. She ignored traditional advice. That's how she got to where she was. She stopped listening to all the people with the BS about you need to apply to a job when you were at 100%, when you can 100% do the job, and you need to be, have a tech degree in order for you to be in tech, and you need to know how to code in order for you to use AI, all that crap that people don't know what they're talking about. She said, don't listen to it. And she is absolutely right. Marcus Thompson, our guy, 41 from Charlotte. We watching him in real time. 3 months unemployed. Use week 2 methodology that I taught. Spent this weekend doing the Oracle modules, researching the STAR method and learning the STAR method, putting the stories together. Now he is in round 2 of his interviews. This stuff works. That's 10 stories. Here's what they should teach you. Pattern 1, weekend work separates winners from everyone else. Pattern 2, strategic preparation beats panic applications. Pattern 3, rest is part of winning. Pattern 4, skills beats desperation. That's it. You guys saw the evidence. You guys heard the evidence. You guys learned about 10 real people, some winning big, some struggling, all teaching lessons though. Now, let me show you exactly what Marcus is doing right now while he's waiting, because waiting for a callback isn't passive. It's active. Many of you guys are going to be in this situation when you're applying to jobs. You're going to be waiting, and you need to be active. Okay? Recruiter said Monday. Hiring manager will reach out this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. That was Monday. Today's Friday. No call yet. But Marcus, he ain't just sitting around refreshing his email. He's in active waiting mode. Let me show you what that means. Active waiting. That's when you can't control the timeline, but you can control your preparation. Marcus can't make the hiring manager call any faster. He's like, Antoine, what do I do? Well, you can't force them to schedule Tuesday instead of next week. But he can prepare so that when that call comes, he is ready. Okay? Let me show you the timeline. Monday, Marcus got the call, advanced to round 2. Recruiter said expect hiring manager to call him this week. Tuesday, Marcus spent 3 hours researching. Looked up the hiring manager on LinkedIn. Read her posts, found out what she cares about, found mutual connections. Wednesday, Marcus wrote more STAR stories, different scenarios for round 1. Deeper, more complex, ready for harder questions. Thursday, Marcus started building a 30, 60, and a 90-day plan. What did he do in his first month in his job? Second month, third month. You got to have that. You got to have that. And a lot of times you can have that prepared before you even get to the interview. It's called a walking deck. Tells a little bit about yourself, tells them a little bit about your 30, 60 day, 90 plan and all that. You can create your walking deck today. Friday, which is today, Marcus reviewing everything, practicing answers out loud, recording himself, watching for or watching for the callback from the recruiter. He's going to be looking at the recordings, and he's going to make sure that he's polished. Gets rid of any of the nervous tics, get rid of the ums, get rid of the likes, get rid of the so's, get rid of the fidgeting, all that sort of stuff. And that's 5 days of active prep. He doesn't know when the call is going to come, but when it does come, he'll be ready. He will be ready. Okay? Many of you guys are going to be waiting when you're going through your process. Just make sure that while you're waiting, you're preparing at the same time. You got to have the right mindset. Okay? Let me bring it home. Week 3, day 5. Here's what you learned today. 1.8 million federal workers got $0 in their bank accounts this morning. Real people, real families. Struggling. Standing in food bank lines after 21 years in military service. Rivian, they cut 600 workers on Thursday, 3 weeks after Trump killed the EV tax credit. That's how fast the policy becomes layoffs, guys. Target, they cut 1,800 workers on Wednesday. Employee told Business Insider there's total panic right now. Company making everyone work from home next week so nobody sees that people are leaving with boxes. That is corporate shame. Meta sent a memo saying technology handles your job now. You're replaced. But also today, you learn your weekend playbook. Oracle ends in 7 days, October the 31st. You guys got this weekend, 48 hours, 7 hours to focus on work. Saturday morning, Oracle modules, 1 and 2, 3 hours. Saturday afternoon, 3-star stories, 2 hours. Sunday morning, LinkedIn optimization, 2 hours. Sunday afternoon, rest. Marcus did that last weekend, got round 2 of the interview process. Okay? Winners use weekends, losers waste weekends. Just that simple. If today helped you, if the weekend playbook gave you guys a path, if Marcus stories gave you hope, if you're seeing 1.8 million people with zeros and it made you realize that you got to move now, make sure that you hit the like button. Many people who watch this show, they aren't subscribed to the channel. 69% who watch this show are not subscribed to the channel. If this has helped you in any way, hit the like button. Not only that, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. We are live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central to 8 a.m. Central. And hitting the like button only takes a second. Hitting the subscribe button only takes a second. Share this with somebody who's job searching right now, somebody waiting for a call back, somebody who thinks weekends are just for sleeping in. They need this playbook. Subscribe to the Elevate to the Unknown YouTube channel and the Daily Climb. If you are new here, every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Central, we're not just talking about what's happening in the world. We are giving you what to do about it. We are giving you solutions. That is the difference between our channel and other people's channels. We are giving you solutions. And look, if you want the Marcus templates, check out our Patreon, www.patreon.com/Black Heights. If you need access to me on a personal call, book a coaching session with me at www.nextgenheights.com. That's NXTGENHEIGHTS.com. Okay. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. I got an 8:30 call coming up. I need to talk to some customers. I need to do some preparation. I appreciate you guys for being here with me today. Big Sug says, I'm locked in. I am Londa says, yes. Jason says, better be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Ain't that the truth? Right? Man, be prepared and not have an opportunity than to be unprepared and have an opportunity. That boy said something that was profound just now. I love it. Tech Back Trey, I appreciate you. By the book, I appreciate you. Every one of you guys who are tuning in this morning, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you enjoy your weekend, get your stuff done, get some rest, crush the day. It's Friday. I am excited that it is Friday. I get a chance to sleep in the next hour tomorrow. So very excited about that. Take care. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.